Congratulations! Your doomsday bunker was successful and you've made it to the end of the world. As a matter of fact, nobody else is alive. Nobody believed you. They didn't trust you about all the nonsense you were spewing out, and the meteors crashed down and destroyed most of civilization. And you found some small human encampments, but they've all destroyed each other, cannibalized each other to high hell, and it's all bad. So now, you're going about and gathering materials. There's no internet anymore. You have enough DVDs to last you for quite some time. There's a bunch of movies you can catch up on. You haven't seen a lot of shows. Some things are completely lost media, but you go around, maybe you'll spend this time enjoying the world. The nuclear fissions and nonsense and radiation isn't really affecting you that much because you have radioactive protective suits. And you are the last person at the end of the world. And you're a woman, and it's fine. And you're having a great time. Your period's been going through, and you've been using tampons to and fro. And naturally, you're curious where you can find some more. So you go into Walmart. They're all destroyed because of the nuclear fallout or the wars, and people have scavenged and ravaged them. So you go through, and you have one tampon inside of you. And you're going through, and you're looking and trying to make sure that you can make it. You have enough food and provisions to go through. You have enough food to go through for a lifetime. And life is great. So you begin to talk to yourself. Wow, I wonder what rainbows are made of. I never actually discovered how to make electricity. Maybe a doctor should have been alive. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. And the world is collapsing around you, and you begin to feel the mental panic break because you've been having conversations with yourself for quite some time, but you crave the loneliness. You've always told yourself, I'm going to move out to the middle of the woods and have a great time and leave society. However, now you actually are in the middle of the woods and nobody is around. There's no bears, no animals, no forest creatures, no bugs, no insects even. The silence is something you've never experienced. You've had silence before and you've assumed that you were naturally used to it. However, this is a new experience altogether. This is a silence that is horrifying. It eats inside of you. It makes you feel like a small person in a world that's too big for you to even get past. There's a bunch of stalled out cars and you can't really drive anywhere, so you're forced to use bikes. It's not like traffic is crazy or hectic. There are some long stretches of road, but everything else is horrifying. There's no creatures, no divinations, just a smell of rotting burnt flesh seared to death by the radiation or the nonsense of atomic bombs. And that tampon's getting really full. However, your period just ended, so you don't really mind. You toss it out and you got another free month. You don't know what's going on. As a matter of fact, you think you can walk around naked, but naturally you kind of don't want to because you can finally wear the clothes you've always wanted to, and you don't have to worry about anything. You sleep on all the finest beds. You eat all the finest foods, but you don't know how to cook. You don't know how to cook. You look at all this food and you say to yourself, man, I wish I knew how to cook. Wouldn't that be great if I could cook something? If I could have a 5-star meal? So you look up cookbooks and try to get the recipes down, but guess what? Electricity doesn't work. Your gas stoves don't work. You don't know how to turn anything on. You don't know how any of this stuff regulates. You don't have any internet to figure out how it works, and you don't know how any of the machines works. You try to use a generator, but you end up destroying the generator. And now you have no electricity, no gas, no heat. Everything's bad. You feel horrifying. You said, I can live off the land. I can do this. I've camped before. You wish someone was there to help you out. Maybe you do a 2-person task or 1 person. So you begin to work out. You work out. You get an exercise bike. You begin to feel great. You're eating non-perishables. You eat food that can't be cooked. You eat food that's regular. You're eating Twinkies and Ho-Hos and things and plain rice because you can't boil water correctly because you don't know how to make a fire. And you feel horrified. That fallout bunker was a good idea, but you should have grabbed one other person. You should have done that. Oh, it's your period again. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is horrifying. Okay. Alright. I can just free bleed. You can just free bleed. But you're ruining your clothes. Well, I can just walk around naked. And the cramps are really bad. And all the medicine is becoming expired. Thus is less effective. It's not like it doesn't work, but you gotta take more. Maybe you should just take all the pills right now. And no. Let's not do that. Let's actually work and actually get past this. Humans are resilient. Maybe aliens will figure out that humans destroyed itself and it can reclaim the earth. You read conspiracy theories about how humans are actually the product of aliens, so you assume that naturally they're going to come back and take you. So that's going to work, right? That's going to work, right? You begin to will down on yourself until one day you become nothing. But nothing is everything, and nothing matters, so you matter, so you get up. You get up and feel the world around you. You begin to feel the excellence of nothingness. You begin to be the most powerful person. How do you restart everything? Are there fish? No, not even fish. Not even staccato, not even deep sea creatures. Everything is destroyed. You're the last living thing on the planet. All gone. So you lay next to trees. And you say trees are alive, but they can't have much for conversation, so I guess I'll talk to trees. And the fungus is alive, and the fungus is used to radioactive and radiation. It's very used to it. The radiation caused them to get larger. And you begin to think of the futility of war, the futility of human existence, how we could have easily stopped all this, how this could have been so easily avoided, how we could have just listened to each other, been kinder to each other, how we probably shouldn't have elected certain officials. Maybe we should have all just been friends. Maybe we should all have come together to make one language so we all would have less understanding, of less boundaries, of less misunderstanding, maybe less of everything. Maybe we had too much and we didn't know it. Maybe we had too much and we didn't know it. Maybe we had so much we looked around and discovered that maybe this was all worth it. This was all humans were meant to do. Destroy each other. Maybe this was the consequence of consciousness. Free bleeding sucks, doesn't it? You're not really a fan of this. Not wearing a bra is pretty cool. Nobody's judging you and your legs are really hairy. And this is great. However, you don't have anybody to share this greatness with. And you realize that humans need humans more than humans need humans, and humans need humans, and humans need humans. And I wish I had somebody. I wish I had somebody to look at me and tell me I'm doing a great job. Look at me and say everything's going to be okay. Nobody hold me. No animals, no cats, no dogs. Haven't been held in a while. It's been 5 years, hasn't it? It's been quite some time. And you missed looking and making awkward eye contact. Nobody has said bless you since you sneezed in quite some time. You think about that. You think about how you've been telling yourself bless you, and does it count if you say bless you to yourself? Of course, when you sneeze at home by yourself, you would say bless you to yourself, right? You don't even remember. You don't know. You don't know what you did. You don't know social etiquette anymore. God, you wish you had something. All the dildos and vibrators are all filled with radioactivity and you've been getting sick of your hand, but it's not even about that. Maybe you miss the internet, the arguments on Twitter. Maybe you miss virtue signaling. World hunger? You're not even hungry. You're starving for attention or somebody. You wish you had something. It's the end of the world. You're out of tampons. You're looking around wondering where everybody is. You're looking around on how to make tampons. You don't even care anymore about tampons. You've been bleeding. But your bleeding heart is not only leaking outside of you from the bottom carriage, but your bleeding heart is leaking from your chest. Should you end it all? No. You're the last human. You should figure out how to do this. Didn't they say that we're able to make women who are single have babies through bone marrow? Maybe you should learn the science behind that, but you're too old to learn the science. You don't have enough time. Wait, you have nothing but time. What's your excuse now? What's your excuse now not to learn? Could you do it on yourself? Could you put anesthesia under yourself? Could this be a solo adventure? Maybe you can discover something new, but you're not that talented, you tell yourself. Then who is that talented? Technically, you're the most talented person on the planet. You're the most powerful person on the planet. You're the oldest and the youngest. You're the prettiest and the ugliest. You are it. And yet you feel like you're wasting your time by trying to learn something new, doing something purely out of recreation or to better yourself or to fix your loneliness. And guess what? No one's going to tell you you're wrong. No one's going to tell you that you're doing the wrong thing or the right thing. It's just you. It's the end of the world. And you're looking around wondering when it's going to happen. When something important is going to happen. When something big is going to happen. Something big is not going to happen. It already happened. The world is gone. So now, will you move the cars and drive along the road? Will you sit down inside of your ivory tower doing nothing? It's the end of the world. And you're out of tampons. What are you going to do next?